What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we're going to be rebuilding the San Antonio Spurs here in NBA 2K22. Nice and short intro today because I just want to get right into this one. Of course, definitely hit that like button if you haven't already, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed to this channel. But other than that, man, looking at the Spurs roster, we all know it is now kind of a youth movement here in San Antonio. So there are some veterans here and there, though, that I do like. Thaddeus Young, they got in return from the hold trade for DeMar DeRozan. I was kind of trying to remember who it was. DeMar DeRozan, obviously, but DeJounte Murray, Keldon Johnson. You got guys like Devin Vassell down here. They just drafted Joshua Primo, so I'm kind of excited to see what the direction will be for San Antonio, and also what, how long is Greg Popovich going to stick around for this team? I don't know, man. I'm definitely a little concerned about it. For this first year, since San Antonio is in kind of a rebuild, I don't really think I'm going to do anything, man. I kind of just want to go ahead and simulate. I guess if I were to do one thing, it'd maybe be like trade Thaddeus Young away. I don't know, just like get some picks for him or something. But other than that, there's really nothing else I want to do. So I guess if I'm going to do something, I guess it would be to trade Thaddeus Young really to off rip. That's the only other thing I would do. Other than that, I kind of just want to see how things are going to go without me doing anything. But if the Grizzlies want to give me D'Anthony Melton, the 23-year-old, and a future first-round pick, I will go ahead and say less and do that trade. So I guess we are going to go ahead and do one trade to get this out of the way. Memphis is going to give me a first-round pick and D'Anthony Melton, say less. So with that being done, we now have a 10 rotation of Murray, Devin White, or Derek White, I apologize. Devin White is a football player for Tampa. Keldon Johnson, Lucas Semanik, Jakob Poeltl, Doug McDermott, D'Anthony Melton, Lonnie Walker, Bryn Forbes, and Devin Vassell. So the only thing I don't really like about this rotation is I am going to go ahead and actually, I'm not going to, obviously, I'm going to put, we're going to have Joshua Primo in the rotation, but I'm going to switch that out for like Doug McDermott, and then we'll have like Joshua Primo like down here or something. I don't know, getting just a few minutes, maybe less than Derek White, Devin Vassell. And then we'll do something like this. So this first season, obviously, we're probably going to be pretty bad. Nothing, too crazy to be concerned about. We're rebuilding. So we're going to go ahead and simulate this year, though, with all those moves we just made. That one move that we made. And we're going to see what happens. So we were very bad. No surprise. We went 14-68. No, like I said, no surprise at all. We were bad. So I knew this was going to be a bad year. It was going to be a rebuilding year. But DeJounte Murray came out with 16. Keldon Johnson with 15. Derek White with 13, Doug McDermott with 11, and Jakob Poeltl with 9. But we do have the Boston Celtics coming out to win the NBA championship, beating the Jazz in 5 games. But we have a huge offseason ahead of us. We were the worst team, not in NBA history, but it was pretty bad. Only 14 wins is pretty bad. So we are projected a #1 pick in the draft. Obviously, I would love to somehow stick with #1, but usually when you skip the lottery, you don't. So actually, we stuck with the #1 pick this time. So W. So we have the #1 pick in the draft. We can pretty much choose from whoever we want out of the player pool in the draft. So I'm excited about it. Is Greg Popovich still? He is not. So I don't know if he decided. Actually, he's still out there. I just saw his name, I believe. So I'm going to go ahead and keep him, obviously. I do want to keep Greg Popovich around. So Greg Popovich is going to stay the head coach. I don't know in real life how long he's going to stick around, but this is 2K. So, of course, I am going to want to bring him back. But with that signing, I have like no budget left to felt like anything else. So, yeah, it was a sacrifice to keep Greg Popovich, but I don't regret it. Greg Popovich is a GOAT. He's a legend. So, of course, with this #1 pick, I think we are going to be taking either Chet Holmgren or Paulo Banchero with this pick, just because, obviously, we need a center. Jakob Poeltl's our center, and I just don't see that, being a long-term thing I want to stick with. So I am going to go ahead and I think take Chet Holmgren here just because I really like his game. I think he's going to be excellent coming out of the draft, so we're excited about that. I believe we also had a second rounder, so maybe we were able to get like a steal here and early in the second round. It'd be really nice if we could grab something. We have Dyson Daniels here, Caleb Love, so I'll go ahead and draft a guard here. And we also had another second, but I'll probably let the CPU deal with that. So we have an 80 overall coming in, a 73 and a 74. So I like our selections. I'm excited about it. As far as player options are concerned, I'm going to go ahead and accept every single one. And then there's qualifying offers. Lonnie Walker's a free agent, which is a guy I think I definitely want back. And then our free agents is just Lonnie Walker. So looking at the team right now as it sits, we have DeJounte Murray, Caleb Love, Trey Jones. Obviously nothing crazy there. I love DeJounte Murray, but how I just don't know what his future is with San Antonio. He's been kind of in some trade rumors. Derek White, on the other hand, I usually end up trading him, and I kind of feel the same way today just because I do want to see Joshua Primo become something for San Antonio. And then Derek White's making a lot of money. He's already 28 years old. I just don't see us going anywhere anytime soon. Keldon Johnson, Devin Vassell, and then obviously the power forward spot could get better. I guess Zach Collins is going to be coming off an injury, but we'll see how he looks. So there's definitely some things we want to address. I do like the idea of Chet Holmgren obviously starting at center, but I like Keldon Johnson. And shooting guard, I do like Joshua Primo. I just don't know when he'll be ready. So if nothing else, I think we definitely need to get like a better forward here, or a better power forward, I should say. So I don't know where that will come from, but hopefully we can find something in order to upgrade the power forward position. Obviously, this isn't a realistic rebuild because Orlando has like no business making this trade, but we're going to be giving them Derek White in a second, and we're going to get a young power forward in Chuma Okeke, who's going to be a part of our timeline, someone I love to have. And yes, I got rid of Derek White, but I feel like we got a really good young power forward out of it, so I'm feeling good. So Doug McDermott, also a veteran. I just don't really want to keep for that long, so I guess we could move him to small forward if we wanted to, but I kind of want to give Keldon Johnson and Devin Vassell those minutes, so I am just going to go ahead and trade away Doug McDermott and just get something for him. I see Romeo Langford, which isn't the worst thing in the world, and Memphis wants to go ahead and, you know, be generous and donate me another first-round pick, and I'm feeling kind of interested in it. Detroit wants to give me one as well. Which one do I want to go with? You know what, Memphis, you've been so generous this video. I'm going to go ahead and, you know, take your generosity and take advantage of it again. So those are the trades we have made. I'm just going to go ahead and I think sign Lonnie Walker back, and we're going to run it right back. I mean, this team is going to be bad for a while, and I'm totally cool with that. I want to stay patient, see how things go. I want to see where the development's going to go. I forgot to turn off the G League, but it's all good. My bad. We're going to have Lonnie Walker coming back, and then we're going to feel pretty good. So Lonnie Walker, welcome back. And then other than that, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's like 12 players I want to play in the rotation. So I'm feeling good. We're going to continue to just watch this rebuild, sit back, relax, and see who develops and see who doesn't. And then we'll make our changes, of course, as we go on. So to my surprise, I'm not sure how Rookie of the Year goes to Chet Holmgren. We got the 5th seed out west. So I was expecting to be horrible, but we're literally the 5th seed, so we have to see what's going on. So I guess the NBA just kind of sucked. We went 42-40, and then like literally everyone else just kind of went 40-42. So I guess we were kind of in the circumstance we're the 5th seed, but at the same time, a 42-40 record usually gets you, you know, 8th, 9th, 10th seed in the West. So I mean, I feel good, obviously, about making the playoffs. The 5th seed is a little, I think, generous based off the records, but we had 21 from DeJounte Murray, so that's the kind of development I wanted to see out of him, and I'm excited. Keldon Johnson even chipped in 19. I love to see that. 12 from Chet Holmgren, and then 11 from Joshua Primo. I actually gave Joshua Primo the starting shooting guard spot, believe it or not. I went ahead and threw him in there, and just let him, just let him ride it out. 2K doesn't like my rotation, as you can tell, but it somehow made the postseason, so I don't care. I'm going to leave it, and obviously I don't expect to do anything crazy this postseason, but the fact that we even got there is I'm just like mind blown. But hey, we got swept in the first round, so kind of no surprise there. Wasn't even expecting to be in the playoffs, and the Boston Celtics are your 2-time NBA champions back to back. But luckily for us, since Memphis has been so generous in this video for us, we are projected a lottery pick. I don't know if there was protections on this. I do not remember. And if there was, we go ahead and keep it, as we have the 11th pick in the draft and number 18, which honestly, I could probably trade up and get something else in this draft as well, which would be fun. So I might just do that. We might just mess around and trade up. So looking at the mock draft, obviously, this is the Amani Bates. I do love what we've got out of Keldon Johnson, though. And we could play Amani Bates. He is 6'10". We could play him at power forward, technically. Or we could even go for someone else. But I kind of like the idea of maybe trading up to get Amani Bates, throw him at the power forward spot, have Keldon Johnson, Amani Bates in there. I don't know. Just kind of thinking about it, that's for sure. So I am going to try to snag number 1 from the Orlando Magic. We're going to be offering all this. That's 4 first-round picks and DeAnthony Melton. They don't agree just yet, so can I maybe throw in one more and they accept? Just like that, we get the number 1 pick in the draft. And of course, you already know who we're taking. Amani Bates, welcome to San Antonio, my friend. I feel like that is a W addition to this team. We're going to play him at the power forward spot. We're going to feel very good about it, and I'm excited, man. I think we're in for a bright future. Obviously, you know, Victor would have been cool, but we already have a center in Chet Holmgren, so wasn't too concerned about it. So we'll have Amani Bates coming in, and then Zach Collins. I am going to go ahead and decline it, his team option, and then qualifying offers. We have Trey Jones, Keldon Johnson, who just had a really good year for us. So of course, definitely don't want to see him go anywhere. LeBron James is a free agent. We have Jakob Poeltl, Drew Eubanks, Trey Jones, and Keita Bates-Diop. So looking at it, we have DeJounte Murray, we have Lonnie Walker, and Joshua Primo, which I'm honestly cool with seeing one of these two start. We have Amani Bates and Devin Vassell, of course. Like I mentioned already, though, I do want to move Amani Bates to power forward. Hopefully he doesn't go up too much or down too much. He only goes down one, so that's not too bad. So we'll have Amani Bates play the power forward spot for us. Chuma Okeke will back him up. We'll start Chet Holmgren at the center. Probably will resign Jakob Poeltl, and of course resign Keldon Johnson. So the only thing I think I want to upgrade is possibly the backup point guard spot, and we'll be ready for this next year. So I'm excited. Rotation this year looks like DeJounte Murray, Lonnie Walker, Keldon Johnson, Amani Bates, Chet Holmgren, Chuma Okeke, Anthony Simons, Devin Vassell, and Jakob Poeltl. So of course I want to give Joshua Primo his minutes though, so I don't want to take him out. Honestly, I would rather see him start over Lonnie Walker, if I'm completely honest with you. Just want to, you know, continue to give him his opportunities. So I'm going to go ahead and switch that out. It ended up working out last year in my favor. We made the damn playoffs. So hopefully with those changes we just made, proficiency wise, we're sitting at a 3-star defense, but I imagine if we move this, we can go even higher. So we can go 3.5 at balance. I'm going to move this to a balanced system. We're going to simulate this 3rd year, and I'm expecting another playoff spot, but you just never know with this game. It's inconsistent as hell. The Pelicans end up winning the championship. Ty Washington is your finals MVP for them, 21 points per game. They ended up beating the Boston Celtics. So the Celtics, I guess, are a damn dynasty in 2K22 today, but we ended up being the 11th seed. This was our player stats. I mean, honestly, I think patience with this team is just gonna be a virtue, I guess. I could say. I mean, I could trade for a shooting guard technically and, you know, fill out my shooting guard spot a little bit better, but I do like the idea of staying patient with Joshua Primo and just letting him ride it out. So let's just go ahead and go to the draft lottery. I did trade a lot of my picks though, so I doubt I have anything crazy here to worry about. So we don't even have a pick, I believe, unless if I'm missing it. But staff signing, if I can get to it, if 2K ain't gonna freeze on me. We still have Greg Popovich. Obviously he has all the tools you'd want in a coach, so nothing crazy. I'm not gonna go after anybody. Let's go to the draft now. I don't think we had a draft pick, but let me just double check just to make sure. This is gonna be our last offseason though. We had the 2nd rounder, but I'm not gonna worry about that too much. So I could make a big trade here technically. I really could. Now do I want to though is the question. I'm not sure. I don't know who would be available. I do want to keep Joshua Primo, of course, in a significant role, but I also want to make the postseason next year. So what, I mean, I kind of have to go for an equilibrium here, if that makes sense. So I'm using big words to make myself sound smart, but who am I going to get in order to make something like that happen? We're just gonna have to find out next on Rebuilding the Spurs. So the only possible thing I like the idea of is finding a way to snag Donovan Mitchell, which I don't think is going to happen. And wow, that was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. So transaction report, Donovan Mitchell for Lonnie Walker, Jakob Poeltl, Anthony Simons, 2 first-round picks. Okay, noted. Getting Donovan Mitchell was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. So now we have Donovan Mitchell joining us. So now looking at this team, we have no point guard. We have Donovan Mitchell. I understand that kind of takes away from Joshua Primo, but he is still going to be the backup shooting guard. I kind of just wanted to make the postseason next year, so that's why I kind of obviously made that move. And now for free agency, of course, we're bringing everyone back. We are going to go ahead and offer DeJounte Murray a contract. We're going to pay him, of course, and then I don't want to renounce my boys out here, though. That would be kind of dumb. That would be like a lateral move if we were to like renounce our whole bench who's sitting in free agency, really, to be honest with you, because we don't have a bench right now. So if I could go ahead and make sure we don't lose these guys, that would be great. So we have those guys, and of course now we have Chuma Okeke and Devin Vassell to wait on, and I wouldn't mind getting those guys back either. So let's not lose all of them. 2K, I don't know why you want me to renounce them, but I can't lose them. They're literally my best hope for a good bench, so let's not do that. Our final rotation for this rebuild is going to be DeJounte Murray, Donovan Mitchell, Keldon Johnson, Amani Bates, Chet Holmgren, Joshua Primo, Chuma Okeke, Devin Vassell, and Jarris Walker. That is going to be the final rotation. I expect to be a really good team this year. I expect to be atop the conference, hopefully, and I expect to be competing. So that Donovan Mitchell trade was to get us into the postseason. That's what I wanted. I wanted to guarantee a spot in the postseason. So if that doesn't guarantee us a spot, I don't know what will. Let's simulate this year and let's see what happens. I wanted to get into the playoffs, and I would say we made the playoffs. So 67 and 15. I was in this position though in literally the last video, and if you watched it, you know how that ended. So we had 20, 20, 16, 16, 14, 12, 8.7. I mean, all right, man. Semi-play-in, we get to play the Los Angeles Lakers. They have no LeBron James. They do have Karl-Anthony Towns somehow though. So 7 current round against the LA Lakers, and we beat them in 4. So last video I lost to the 8th seed when we had a really good year, and I'm glad to say we didn't do that today. So now we get to play Memphis. We have John Morant, Sadiq Bey, and Porzingis. So these teams are like definitely really different. So someone in current round against Memphis, beat them in 4 games, and now we get to play the team that just won the championship last year. They have RJ Barrett along with Ingram and Zion and Victor. Oh my dude, we're losing this series. There's no way we beat them, right? 2-2. Can we beat them? 3-2? Nope, 3-2. So it is a 3-2 series. New Orleans has a freaking God squad. Like, what am I actually looking at right now? If we lose to New Orleans, you know what? I won't even be too upset. I don't know why they have RJ Barrett with Ingram and Zion, but it's just chalk, bro. Come on. Yeah, it looks like we're about to lose this. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. We just ran into a stupid, really good... What? Dude, we just got, like, literally obliterated, man. Oh, well, lost in 6, and... the Pelicans don't even go on to win the championship. The Orlando Magic do. You're telling me that's Jalen Suggs? What kind of face scan is that? 2K. What are we doing, man? Get some damn face scans. Anthony Edwards looks terrible, and now Jalen... just look at this. Hold on, I'm in the way. Just look at this face scan. What is this? Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.